Well, hey there guys, I got another video here for you. This is going to fit right in with parts 1 and 2 of my H&H Mul-T-Lock covert entry tool. I just wrote that in the title, or typed that in the title for the hell of it. If you need to know what tool you need to buy, and this is also going to cover Mul-T-Lock keyway handing and key handing. That's what I call it. Mul-T-Lock just wants to be different just because. There's a couple of different ways to tell 5 right, 5 left, and 7 right from Mul-T-Lock. I guess here I got some post-its, got everything drawn out here. If something is wrong or not correct, I apologize. Here we're looking at a European profile cylinder. You want to orientate the profile cylinder here with the springs being up here, the driver pins being here, and the key pins being here. I'm not going to go past that. I know Mul-T-Lock has telescoping pins, but I'm not going to go into that. This is a 5 right keyway for Mul-T-Lock. Again, you want to orientate the keyway in this direction. Here's your pin right here. This would be known as your key pin. And when you push this pin up, it goes up to the driver pin, and then it hits your springs. So that is the correct way to orientate the lock when you're trying to figure out whether you have a 5 right, 5 left, or 7 right. These little black spots right here, that's going to be the keyway broaching. Sometimes, some people call it the broaching, some people call it the warding. So there's that. This is a 5 right Mul-T-Lock keyway. Over here, in actual reality, the broaching covers the pin, the bottom pin or the key pin there. And you got 2 sets there, and there. And again, if you're going to pick this lock, you're going to push this pin up. It hits the, push the key pin up, hits the driver pin, and you got your spring right here. So that's 5 right. There's a couple different methods you can do. I'm going to try to go through all of them. That's just going to have to bear with me on the moving stuff around. This is another keyway. It's going to be a Mul-T-Lock 5 left. Again, this is how I drew it, but this is how it looks in the real world. This is going to be your broaching on the keyway. Right here and here. There's your pin. You're going to push that pin up to pick it. It's going to hit your driver pin and then your spring. I don't have that drawn. Come over here. You're going to push that pin up. It's going to hit your driver pin and then your spring. That is how I orientate the lock in order to start telling whether it's 5 left, 5 right, 7 right. So there's that. By way of reference, I'm not going to be able to do it for, I might be able to do it for all 3. 5 left, 5 right on top. That is what the keyways look like. That is the difference. So I don't think I'll be able to get all 3 of them in here. I might be able to. Time will tell. Okay, so we're moving on now to 7 right. Here is a keyway for Mul-T-Lock. This is going to be 7 right. Here's the pin. You push it up, it hits the driver pin, which connects to the spring. This is how I orientate the lock to tell me whether it's 7 right, 5 right, or 5 left. But this is a 7 right. You can see here our key broaching is a little bit different. This one is out here by the side. It is not covering the pin whatsoever. It's just out here to the side of it. And these 2 are over here. And this is a 7 right Mul-T-Lock keyway. Okay, now I'm going to try to bring all 3 in here on camera. I'm not sure if I can do that or not. We'll give it a shot. There's 7 right. Here is, let's see how I want to do this. 7 rights on top, and I'll just Hold 5 right out over here. And here we go, maybe. 7 right. It's going to be the top left. 5 right. It's going to be right here. And 5 left is on the bottom. And so you can burn that into your memory or draw it out, pause the video, do whatever you need to do. But those are a look at the different keyways for Mul-T-Lock. If you're a lock picker, that is one way to tell what type of Mul-T-Lock you're dealing with. 5 right, 5 left, or 7 right. So there it is. I apologize if this isn't very clear. So that's one way to tell your handing of the Mul-T-Lock. If you want to call it the handing, I guess. I don't know what the hell Mul-T-Lock calls it. They just like being difficult, I think. So there's that. So if you have a key but no keyway, here's another way you can tell. You got Mul-T-Lock, 5 right. If you orientate the bow of the key, like I have here, and the tip of the key down here, you will have, your dimples will be right here. Inner and outer pins, inner and outer cuts, whatever the hell you want to call it. This is going to be a 5 right. How my little mind understands this is if I'm looking at the bow of the key, I'm holding the key right down here, and the cuts are over here on the left, I know I'm dealing with a 5 right. That is how my little simple mind works. Some people will actually grab the bow of the key, hold the bow of the key up to their face, and if the dimple cuts are off to the right and you count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, got 5 right. It's that simple. Some people orientate it this way, other people orientate it this way to remember. If they're on the right side, 5 right. So that's a very easy way to remember that if you have a key. I got a key. See if I can grab the one right here. This is to a 5 right. Right here is what it looks like. It's going to be 5 right. We're going to orientate this key this way. 5 right. Bow of the key. Bow of the key. That's where my thumb is at. It's on the bow of the key. Yeah? So that's 5 right. Why am I making this video? Well, I'm putting some expensive tools on YouTube, and I don't want people to buy the wrong tool if they decide to go that route. So I'm not sure if I've ever seen this type of video on YouTube where it explains this, so I figured I'd make one. Got Mul-T-Lock, 5 left. Got the bow of the key, see right here, which is normally where people hold a key with their thumb and their index finger. So you got the bow of the key, got the tip of the key, you got your dimples right here. Yeah. So my little pea brain tells me if my dimples are on the right hand side and the bow of the key is up, then I'm dealing with a 5 left. Now some people will grab the bow of the key with their thumb and index finger and rotate it and look at the key. Tip is at the top, bow's down here on my thumb and my index finger. The dimples are cut on the left-hand side. You're dealing with a left-handed lock. 5 left. So there that is. So moving on now to 7 right. And I apologize, I do not have a key for 5 left. That's one of the locks I'm looking for. Here we go. 7 right. Now, Mul-T-Lock, 7 right. I was mistaken when I was talking about the G47. One of the locks I picked. It is not pin and pin. Pin and pin, if you look at the tip of my pin here, is that right there. It's got a pin on the outside and a pin on the inside. So that would be an example of pin and pin. 7 right is not pin and pin. So I apologize if I confused people. The 5 right and the 5 left, they have telescoping pins, and they look pretty much like the tip of this pin right here. But back to this. If you have a key, you need to know what type of lock, right or left, that you're dealing with a Mul-T-Lock. Again, put the bow here and tip down here. If your dimples are cut on the left hand side, you're dealing with a 7. You're dealing with a 7 right. I apologize for that. Again, if the dimples are on the left hand side, you're dealing with a 7 right lock. That's how my little pea brain works. But some people, easier way to remember it is if you grab a hold of the key with your thumb and index finger, and you grab the bow of the key, and you orientate it to where the tip of the key is pointing towards the sky, and the dimples are on the right hand side, you're dealing with a right hand lock. And you can just count the dimples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it'll tell you if you're dealing with 7 right. And you can also look at the key broaching, and that will also determine whether it's 7 right or 5 right. Now I don't want to go into that. Don't want to go into that much detail. I'm trying to simplify this for you. Alright, so we covered the keys, keyways. There's more information on the keys if you have access to them. Oops. So, moving on. On the keys, this is multi-lock key handing by the number. You'll see a number down here on the key. This is the bow. Tip is down here. You see 7, 6. That's an even number, so that is a right. Again, bow of the key, see the number. If it's an even number, it means it's right-handed. And I got an example of that here. On this key, you're not sure if you guys are going to be able to see this. Try it this way. I picked it up a second ago. Come on. There we go. 7, 6. This is a right hand 7-pin lock for multi-lock. So remember, if you see an even number there, it's there in the corner, it's going to be for a right hand lock. Moving on. Multi-lock key handing, bow of the key, 7-5. Sometimes it's going to be a 0-5, 7-5, I just wrote that in there. It's odd, so that means it's going to be a left hand. Remember, even, right, odd, left. That'll tell you what tool you need to get out, or what type of lock you're dealing with. Coming back, more information. Multi-lock, key handing by the number, 005, left hand odd, 006, right hand even. So yeah, this is by the card. I've lost all my cards from my multi-lock. I just don't care anymore. They got lost, and so it's done with. You can actually decode the key. I may go into that later. You got the multi-lock card. You got 006. It's going to be a 5 right hand. Go online. You can check a multi-lock key machine. Download that information for a multi-lock key machine, and it will tell you either these sets of numbers here are for the outer pins, and these sets of numbers here are for the inner pins, or inner and outer. But the numbers or letters corresponding here are going to be for either the outer inner or the inner outer pins. And again, you're dealing with a 5 right, so you're going to have 5 telescoping pins. But that 006 is also an indicator of right hand. Let's get another one out of the way here. Moving on, we're going to have a multi-lock key handing by numbers. Again, 005 odd, it's going to tell you it's a left. 006 even, that's going to be right. Just kind of remember odd, left, even, right. Multi-lock card, there's my little piss-ass drawing of the muscle man, but oh well. 005, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 005 will tell you you're dealing with a 5 left. This is either going to be your outer telescoping pins or your inner pins or inner outer. I'd have to look at that key machine documentation again. That's what's on your card. And again, last one. Here we go, last one. Mul-T-Lock by card handing, 7 right, got Mul-T-Lock card, 076, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even, it's going to be a right, odd, it's going to be a left. 76 is an even number, so it's going to tell you it's going to be a right. If you look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this could be 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. You got 7 digits here. Tells you're dealing with a 7 right. And they may put an XXX over here, meaning there's no inner pins, or 000 here. That's also another giveaway, or these sets of numbers are over here on this side, and there's nothing here, or XXX, or AAA, all the way through, or 000, and you got 7 digits over here. It's going to tell you that you're dealing with a 7 right. Now, I may be wrong about this. Is there a 7 left? I hate to be wrong. There might be. Next time you're in Israel, go to a lock shop in Israel and ask them. They would know. There's 7 right, 5 right, and 5 left. I think maybe the 7 left is not being used, and that was a long, long time ago, but I do not know. Again, Mul-T-Lock here in the US, yeah, whatever. I would just call Locksmith in Tel Aviv and ask them. They would know. But there's a look at that. I'm going to move the camera up here. Apologize if I made anybody sick. The lock you're looking at right now is a 5 right. So I hope you guys can barely see the pins, but I know you guys see the broaching there off to the left. And you got your pin, you got your broaching there. That is a 5 right. And then beside it, as you can see, how I have my profile cylinder orientated. That is a 7 left. Or no, I'm sorry. 7 right. My God, it's early. So you got your broaching there, and you got your pin, and you got that broaching there off to the side. Try to give you a better look at that. Hang on here. Some light, yeah. You only see 3 sets of broaching on that. 1, 2 there on the left, and then that 1 there on the corner, which is on the right, upper right, and then you get your pin right there, or your pin stack. So that's 7 right, and then over here, this is going to be a 5 right. See if I can get this. Yep, there's a pin. There's your broaching, 1, 2, and you got 2 in the upper right hand corner there, kind of protecting that pin. That's going to be a 5 right. Again, I apologize, I don't have a 5 right lock, although I am looking for one. Anyway, as always guys, I'm sorry this video was so long, but nature of the beast, covering a lot of information. I hope this information has been helpful to somebody. And like I said, I'm not sure there's too many YouTube videos out there that cover this, so I just wanted to go ahead and make this, because I've always wondered myself. As always, you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.